This is my big sister, Terry.
And this is my little sister, Madison.
And we have been matched for 5 years.
Woohoo!
Thank you for supporting Big Brothers Big Sisters through events like this one to make friendships like mine possible.
2020 has brought us all some unexpected twists and turns. So while I wish we were at the Cape May Winery again, I'm excited to see how this at-home wine tasting goes.
Here's what you can expect in this video.
You'll all learn a little bit about Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Next, you'll see some funny ways a big and little brother stayed in touch during quarantine.
Cape May Winery will walk us through our wine tasting and then give us a backstage view of their fall harvest.
After that, you'll learn about little sister Emily and her big sister Jeannie, who were named Big and Little Sister of the Year in 2019, not only for our local office in Atlantic and Cape May counties, but also the state of New Jersey and the entire country.
And we'll wrap things up by explaining many different ways that you can all be involved with Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Now you'll meet some other little brothers and little sisters.
My name is Rudy, and my big brother's name is Andrew. My favorite thing to do with Andrew is ride bikes. My name is Brooklyn, my big sister's name is Dottie, and my favorite thing about her is she's really creative.
Hi, my name is Jeremiah. My big brother is Barney, and my favorite thing about Barney is all the adventurous things that he likes to do with me.
My name is Lily, and that's my big sister. My favorite thing about her is that she's fun and funny.
Hi, my name is Madison and my big is Janet, and we like to go to the beach together.
My name is Jaden, my big brother is Alan, and my favorite thing about him is he likes to try new things.
My name is Erica, my big name is Leonor, and we like to draw together.
Hi, my name is Dalen, my big brother's name is James. My favorite thing about James is that he's a great listener, and my favorite thing to do with James is to go to car shows or auto shows.
My name is Heaven, my big sister's name is Lexi, and I like to talk to her on the phone.
My name is Anthony, and my big brother's name is Danny. My favorite thing to do with him is going to the park.
Big Brother and Big Sisters were locally founded in 1965.
And helps about 200 kids each year.
Big Brother and Big Sisters kids are called Littles.
And are between the ages of 6 and 18.
We are matched with really nice adult mentors are called Bigs. There are 4 different types of programs.
Community-based mentoring.
School-based mentoring.
Sports buddies.
And the new Power Up program.
I'm in a community-based program, and me and my big brother do lots of fishing.
I'm in the school program. My big helps me with my homework.
Bigs in the school programs are either teachers or high school students.
There are school programs in
Buna.
Lower Cape May, Middle Township,
Galloway.
and the Future Leaders Organization in Pleasantville.
I'm in Sports Buddies, and we do group activities 2 times a month.
We play sports and games and learn about healthy eating. The new Power Up program keeps students connected through the pandemic.
That focuses on mental health and teaches us skills to be more successful in life.
Did you catch all that?
There will be a quiz at the end of the video. Just kidding! Big Brothers Big Sisters changes kids' lives.
My big has helped me
Be more caring and thoughtful.
Be more adventurous.
Get better grades. To know I always have someone who is there for me.
Ride a bike.
Be healthier. Make good choices. Be more confident in myself.
figure out what I want to do in my future.
This is how Alex and Grayson stay connected during the quarantine life.
Grayson, what's up, bud?
Hey,
Dude, how's quarantine?
it's boring.
Boring? Well, what do you want to do today?
I have a few things in mind.
Ooh, feels like a party tonight. Feel good, I feel great.
Kingly.
Got any fives?
Okay. Check and make sucker.
Oh yeah.
Beat that.
Where'd you go? Okay, that was fun. Now it's my turn. Harry could hear his rapid shuffling footsteps.
Yeah. Alex? Alex!
Necktie, super easy. Here we go. Cross and under.
Cross and under.
Over, flip and under.
Over, flip and under.
Back, down, the old...
Voila!
Maybe we should go for a clip-on. 1001!
600,000,006!
What? Alright, now for my famous chocolate chip muffins. 2 cups of flour. Throw that baby in the oven, then... boom! Chocolate muffin. And then, of course...
Or we can just go like this.
That works too.
How fun was that? Now the Cape May Winery will walk us through our wine tasting.
Hi, welcome to Cape May Winery. I'm Michael Mitchell, the winemaker.
I'm Jackson Soul, I'm the assistant winemaker.
We're here to walk you guys through a tasting of our 2 different boxes that are available. We have the Vineyard box and the Reserve box. If you have just the Reserve box and you want to just skip ahead to that portion of the video, there will be a timestamp to do so.
So we have 6 wines total here that we're going to taste. With the Vineyard box, first we're going to taste the Riesling, Cape May Riesling 2019. So definitely this is a very characteristic like Riesling. So it's going to be your standard off-dry Riesling. It's not going to be a sweet Riesling.
It's got a really bright nose, this Riesling. Get a little bit of honeydew.
Yeah, so apricot on the nose for sure. It's going to be a little bit of green apple on the palate, some fresh green apple. It's going to finish with a nice, easy acidity at the end. And if you guys want, you can watch this video again and taste with us, like you're sitting next to us. When we recommend you guys do it. So again, this is from the Vineyard box. This is the first set of wines we're tasting. This is a Riesling, nice
2019 Riesling.
Yep, very bright acidity, nice clean finish. It's a good one.
Yep, that, like we said, that's a dry Riesling.
Dry, not sweet.
So the second wine in the Vineyard box will be our Cape May Red. This is kind of our flagship red blend. That's a nice, easy drinking red table wine. Good for pizza night, spaghetti night.
It's our Friday night wine. This is a blend that changes every year. We make this wine differently each year depending on what kind of wines we have extra of, that might not fit in the barrel. We take those wines and we blend them together.
You get a lot of dark fruit on the nose, some cola.
Yeah, on the palate, I taste nice plums in there. And you know, we're gonna have some tasty notes for you guys. And it's not necessarily that we kind of rate these tasty notes to give you something to relate to. It's nothing, you know, someone might not taste the same thing as we do. So that's why we kind of give you like a little bit of a guide for your tasty notes.
Yeah, we could taste the same wine, you know, 3 or 4 times and come up with completely different descriptors every time, depending on, you know, what you've eaten, you know, what time of day.
If you brush your teeth,
yeah,
it's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much coffee you drank.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So like I said, this is just a nice, easy drinking red table wine. You know, medium bodied.
Having some light fruits in the palate. It's going to finish nice and easy with a calming acidity. Pretty nice to finish at the end. Not too long.
Cape May Red.
Cape May Red.
All right, and then the third and final wine for the vineyard box is our apple wine. So this is a wine that's made with no grapes, all apple cider. This is fresh pressed apple cider, grown here in New Jersey. And the descriptors on this are a little more straightforward. Smells like apples, tastes like apples. But get a lot of green apple on the nose.
Yeah, if you have like fresh apple cider, because we make this wine out of apple cider. We get this from Sunny Slope Orchards up in Bridgeton. That's where we source our apples from. So, you know, we get the apple cider pressed from these guys, and the taste pretty much directly translates right into the wine. It tastes like apple cider, and it's made out of, I think, a blend of 4 different apples.
Mm-hmm.
So, very, very cool.
And so this is a sweet wine. So great with desserts. Also good on a hot day. And then for the cold days, it's great as a mulled wine. And you can look on the back label of the bottle for a little recipe that we offer. So you can mull the wine, heat it up with some spices, and that's really great. Good for Thanksgiving treat.
Mm-hmm. A little dessert by the fire. Fun stuff.
Okay, so that's the vineyard box. 3 really nice wines.
Yep.
Hope you guys enjoy it. And then we'll move on to the reserve box here.
So our reserve box is going to be 3 wines again. These wines are special for the reserve box because they're all either our own grapes from our estate vineyards or sourced 100% from New Jersey vineyards. The first and last wines we're going to taste are estate. The middle one is Outer Coastal Plain Cabernet Franc. The first one is going to be our barrel fermented Chardonnay 2019. So we're going to taste that one first.
So this is a Chardonnay that's fermented in the French oak barrels. So this was 20% new French oak, so you get some oak influence. And then this wine also goes through a secondary fermentation, malolactic fermentation, which kind of softens the acid a little bit, gives it that buttery finish. Really beautiful nose.
Yeah, a lot of vanilla from the oak barrels, a little butter on the nose for sure, a little nuttiness as well.
Get some melon on the palate, a little bit of lemon zest. Finishes with some acidity, but you know, just subtle acidity.
This is a great pairing for salmon dish. Something like a lemon blanc sauce on your salmon, something with a little bit more of a higher acidity with your fish or chicken. You know, this soft acidity on the wine will cut right through that acidity and it'll be a nice balance in your day. So this was 7 months, or
Yeah, 7 months in oak. Yeah. So yeah, after fermentation, the wine stays in the oak barrels on its lees, which gives it a little more depth, a little more complexity. So yeah, that's our 2019 barrel fermented Chardonnay. Okay.
All right. So the second wine in the reserve box is going to be our 2017 Cabernet Franc. This is sourced from Outer Coastal Plain Vineyards in New Jersey. Classic East Coast Cabernet Franc here.
So characteristic of Cabernet Franc, you're gonna get a lot of spice on the nose up front, pepper, clove.
Yeah, on the palate, this wine's well balanced with a little bit of earth tones to it, as well as some, bright red fruit like some raspberry. It finishes a little bit nice acidity at the end, a little bit longer than our Cape May Red finishes with that acid. That's a nice wine.
This is another medium-bodied red, so not a real big, heavy hitter.
This one is 13.3% alcohol by volume. For you to know, I would pair this one probably with like a lamb chop, something more, or a pork chop, something on the lighter side of the meat, but not getting to your chicken or fish. And it is all about the sauce too, so maybe like a demi-glaze or something a little bit heavier, but be a nice balance.
All right. And then our final wine we'll be tasting is our Isaac Smith Red Port. So this is a dessert wine. It's a fortified port style wine. So this is made with 100% Chamberson grapes. And during the fermentation, we fortify with brandy. That kills off the yeast, stops the fermentation, and allows us to leave the residual sugar in the wine. So this is 18.5% alcohol, 8% residual sugar.
Again, it's another dessert wine, or not another, but it is a dessert wine. If you're not a big dessert person and you want to kind of substitute your dessert with a beverage, this is a perfect after dinner drink, or just by itself.
Yeah. Also great with blue cheese, and perfect for nights in front of the fire.
It's getting cold, so it's perfect.
So it's nutty on the nose, hints of almond.
That sweetness kind of works well with the wine and the earthy nature of the Chamberson. The sweetness of the brandy kind of come together to create more like a little bit of a chocolate cocoa flavor. It's a very, very nice flavor going on here. Don't drink it too fast, because you might want to with this.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Goes great with chocolate. If you take a bite of chocolate and then come back for another sip, it's amazing to see how the flavor of the wine and the flavor of the chocolate kind of intermingle, and both are affected by the other. It's really nice.
So we do this in our tastings, when we can do a tasting. Obviously, that's why we're doing this video, but during our tastings, we give each customer a piece of dark chocolate to try with this wine. So we recommend you do the same when you try your port, and it gives you like a chocolate-covered cherry sensation if you ever have those candies, and that's exactly what it tastes like. It's delicious.
All right, so that's the reserve box there, the barrel fermented Chardonnay, the Cabernet Franc, and the Isaac Smith Port. And with that box, you'll also receive 4 stemmed wine glasses and a opener, Cape May Winery branded opener. And with the vineyard box here, you'll receive stemless glasses. So both, great packages, and like we said, the tasting notes will be included in the box, so you can read along, watch along, and drink along.
That's right. Cheers, everybody.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so we're still in the middle of our 2020 Crush Harvest Vintage. So I'm going to take you guys out for a little behind the scenes. Right now we're pressing our 2020 Merlot. So I'll show you what that's all about.
So here is the must inside the tank, which is fermenting. So we have the juice and the skins and seeds all in the tank here together, fermenting, and that's what's going to give the wine its color and tannin.
All right, so this is our press. So what's happening here is this is Merlot that has fermented already in the tank with the skins, and now we're taking it from the tank into the press, and here's where we'll separate the wine from the skins. So underneath here, the wine's collecting in this pan, dripping out of the press. We can take that into another tank and then put it in barrel. Okay, so after the wine ages in the oak barrels, the final process is to clean it up and get it into bottles. So here's our bottling machine. We can bottle about 3.5 cases a minute on this machine, and once it's in the bottle, then we can put it in your tasting box for you to enjoy. All right, we're crushing some Cabernet Franc. This is actually going to go towards Rosé, so we're going direct to press. So out of the crusher, straight into the press, and going with some minimal maceration time in the press, and just going to draw out a little bit of color. We're going to end up with a nice pale pink rosé.
So today, Cape May Winery, we are picking our 2020 Riesling. It's a cluster for you. Got this nice golden color for you. Acid's nice in this one, and we hope it turns to be a good vintage. Thanks.
We got our 2020 Chamberson here, fresh crust. Here's the juice, beautiful color. So this is going to end up being some of our Isaac Smith port, and then we'll also do some Chamberson, 100% Chamberson varietal. So look forward to that.
Now I want to introduce you to two very special people. Big Sister Jeannie and Little Sister Emily represented Atlantic and Cape May counties on the national stage last year when they were awarded the National Big and Little Sister of the Year for 2019. They even got to travel to Tampa for the national conference to receive their award. Madison and Maya are honored to follow in their footsteps, representing Big Brothers Big Sisters locally as the Match of the Year. Their story shows the true impact of mentorship.
I'm an emergency room nurse. I'm also a team leader in the emergency room, so I kind of run the ship.
I like to draw, and I was a very shy kid when I was younger. I met Jeannie around the end of my 6th grade.
When I first met Emily, she was incredibly shy. We met at her house, and it was in between our birthdays. I bought her a little present. It was difficult to buy something for someone who I've never met before, so I put together a little bag, and one of the things that I put in there was a little stuffed unicorn. And when she opened her presents, her sister said, "A unicorn, that's Emily's favorite animal."
You kind of just hit it off then because it's who doesn't like unicorns, let's be honest.
When Emily was in 8th grade, unfortunately her mom was incarcerated.
My mom went away for the first time for 3 months and never mind.
It was very difficult for everyone.
With the help of Jeannie, I focused on school and friends and doing things that out of my comfort zone.
And she rose above. She worked really hard. She brought all of her grades up. She received 2 awards that year in 8th grade for her compassion and kindness, which meant the world to me. I was so incredibly proud of her.
I slowly become out of my shell and become more outgoing.
So Emily and I rappelled 175 feet off the Sheraton. It's a fundraiser that Big Brothers Big Sisters does every single year. And when we finally touched the ground, her confidence had grown by 1,000. And it was the very first time that she ever hugged me. A moment I'll never forget. And now that her confidence has grown, she has just become such an amazing human being.
One of the good things I learned from her is getting more into medical. Once I graduate high school, I think I would stick with medical assisting, and if I want to go up and become a nurse or a doctor, I can just go to college. But right now, I think my main goal is keeping my grades up and graduate high school.
You know, I've been a Big now for almost 20 years, and it's been the single best thing I've ever done in my life.
Just a big thank you to everyone that's out there. You're doing good, and keep it up, please.
My name is Jeannie Edwards, and I'm a Big with Big Brothers Big Sisters.
I'm Emily. I'm a little for Big Brothers and Big Sisters.
What a beautiful and heartfelt story, and that is what Big Brothers and Big Sisters is all about.
While Big Brothers Big Sisters is a free program for local kids.
Free, free, free!
It does cost money to run these programs. The average cost to make a new match is $1,500.
Which includes staff time to interview, train, and match.
And support each mentoring friendship.
Plus background checks, insurance, and operational expenses.
The pandemic has made things really hard.
We can only call our bigs, video call, and text.
They had to make all the programs virtual.
And change all of their fundraising events to make sure that everyone is safe and healthy.
And Big Brothers Big Sisters even lost a lot of money.
$110,000.
And that makes it hard for other kids like us to get a Big. There are 60 kids on the waiting list. But you can help. Here's how.
Make a donation.
Become a volunteer, mentor, or board member.
Visit the website for more information about making a donation, volunteering, or enrolling a child.
From Big Brothers Big Sisters, thank you for being here with us.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. You're the best. Thank you. Thank you. We couldn't do it without you.
We really appreciate you.